Hello, I'm Emma Williams. I'm an Associate Professor in Education at Warwick University in the UK. I recently edited a special issue of the Journal of Philosophy of Education dedicated to the theme of mental health, and I'm here to tell you a bit more about it. Right now, mental health is an issue for a lot of people, in particular a lot of young people. Schools are being called upon to do more to help young people with their mental health. But this raises lots of questions. For example, how can schools best support young people? Is this even the responsibility of education? And with what aspects of mental health exactly do young people need support? The special issue that I've edited goes under the title of Mental Health, Philosophy and Education. Now, we might wonder, what is the role of philosophy in addressing those questions I just mentioned? After all, philosophy is a humanities subject and doesn't seem quite remote to the subjects we more commonly associate with thinking about mental health, like medicine, the sciences, or psychology. But the special issue aims to stimulate a greater exchange of perspectives across the humanities and sciences divide when it comes to thinking about mental health. It draws together authors who are practicing psychiatrists, clinical practitioners, and psychoanalysts to show how work in these fields can naturally extend into matters of a philosophical nature. But when it comes to the topic of mental health education, there are surely other aspects to consider as well, since much that goes on in education, and indeed in healthcare, is influenced by politics. A key question to be considered in the special issue is how adequate is current educational policy on mental health? Are there educationally richer and more robust ways of approaching mental health in schools? So when you look inside the pages of this special issue, you'll find longer philosophical essays and shorter reflections that are designed to speak to broader audiences about these issues. These include new lines of research in areas such as what mental health is and means as a concept, the epistemological and ontological assumptions within current programs of mental health education, the policies and politics of health and education policies on mental health, the languages used for talking about mental ill health and distress, and what it means to see the arts and humanities as forms of mental health education in themselves. The special issue also features 2 interviews with leading public figures in mental health, Sana Assan and Adam Phillips. These conversations further explore whether different kinds of education might be indeed required for mental health. In my introduction to the special issue, I argue that much more critical and creative thinking about the relationship between mental health and education is needed. The papers collected together in the special issue show how this might be achieved. But also more broadly, they promote greater awareness of how mental health education raises questions of a philosophical kind. I'd argue that these philosophical considerations are vital to thinking about mental health education right now.